This Black American versus African argument, or African versus Black American argument, is like a self-eating snake trying to fight itself and asking who's won. It's as if we are trying to fight ourselves in a mirror, trying to see who outfights each other when we're the same person. Do we know that we share the same ancestry, even if we are native to this land? We're fighting ourselves when we have these stupid arguments. As an African who was raised in America, I saw both sides talk bad about each other by using these stereotypes that neither side created. Neither of us created these stereotypes about each other, but then we want to use these stereotypes against each other as if we're winning some kind of war. We are losing a battle when we start going against one another. It's like we're mad at each other for the fact that we got separated at some point in our ancestry. How are we mad at each other for the fact that we were separated, we were raised differently, we were cultured differently, and we were taught to believe different things, but yet we're taking it out on each other? We know our history. We can trace music back to before, during, and after the slave trade and see that music came from the same foundation. Our music, no matter from what continent it comes from, has the same root. The root is prime. We share a root and y'all want to argue about it. Why? Our music comes from the same foundation. It comes from the same root. So there is no better. We are the best, all of us. We are just top notch. How are you arguing about coming from the same roots? We influence each other. We influence each other in the past, and now we're influencing each other in the present, and we're going to influence each other again in the future. So we need to cut the shit out. It's like sibling rivalry. I want to speak to this commenter and the back and forth we had in our comments, but specifically I want to highlight why I said what I said. So I know how triggering it is to be told to get out of your neighborhood, travel the world, or as most immigrants always hear, go back to your country. I know how triggering that is. I totally understand how triggering it is in nature to be told to get out of your mindset, get out of your experience, get out of the world that you created for yourself and the world that you were born into or that you live in, etc. I absolutely understand how triggering that is. But let's really dig into what it all means, especially to me, the person who said it. When I say get out of your neighborhood and explore, I mean exactly that. If your neighborhood does not have different ethnicities, if your neighborhood does not have different races, if your neighborhood does not have different cultures, you are not going to be able to see the thread that we all share. You are not going to be able to see the roots that we all are growing from. You are not going to see the tree that we all live in. You are not going to see how much more alike we are than not. You are not going to see the kind of things I battle that you also battle. You are not going to see the kind of tears that I shed that you also shed. Even internationally, you don't know the kind of wars that were fought there in support for our Blackness. You are not going to see that because you have not explored it. You are continuously going to think nobody understands, nobody sees you, no one is validating you. You're going to think that you are alone in this battle. But I'm telling you now, I see you and I validate you. And I'm here to say that you are not alone in this battle. The pain you feel, I've also experienced. And so you're not alone, and I'm here for you.